How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel, parcel unboxing. So I did a poll recently and a lot of you voted Lightning Ridge as the favourite material. So I've gone out and got some. This is from Jarrad. He is the admin for possibly the best Facebook group surrounding Australian Opal there is. It's called Opal Sales Australia, and I'll pop up a picture of it here. He is also incredibly active on Australian Opal's pricing and value Facebook group, and he gives probably some of the best valuations on people's posts when it comes to Lightning Ridge material. Maybe less so for other things, but for Lightning Ridge, he easily gives one of the best valuations, and he does it all the time. So when he gets a chance, he gets on and helps people out, which is incredibly good. But this is a parcel from him, so let's whip it out. His sales are pretty high volume, so it's hard sometimes to get material from him. Thanks for your support. Kind little note. I've tried for months at times to get material off him, or at least to snag up some of his sales that he posts, but they go so quickly. So my advice for anyone that wants Lightning Ridge material from Jarrad is to get in touch with him personally, PM him, and organise a sale that way, because it's so hard to get a hold of him. So this is a fairly mid-grade Lightning Ridge parcel. We've got some rubs up here. We'll just look through a few of the stones. So a couple rubs. Or if the sand cleans out of that one, that's going to be insane. I should zoom in a little bit more. And a bit of rough as well. Though the rough does seem to have a few rubs in it as well. Let's have a look at this chunk. Oh, okay. Exciting. Oh, I see it just over there on the corner. That could be a huge piece. So heaps of potential in here. This isn't an overly expensive parcel, so when you're looking at Black Opal Direct kind of pricing, this isn't $20,000 worth of rough or anything. This is more around $500, and there are heaps of pieces in here that are pretty high potential. So I'm pretty excited for this one. This could be good. I don't cut a lot of Lightning Ridge. The rough is typically much more expensive than Coober Pedy. Plus I live in Adelaide, South Australia, so it's a lot closer to Coober Pedy and Amuka. That material is just a lot more accessible for me, and I've just got a lot more experience with it. Whereas Lightning Ridge material, I've got far less experience. But some of these pieces are amazing. I've got to make sure the camera's focusing, because have a look at the spectrum of colour in that. I reckon there's a couple earrings in that. So yeah, it's not the darkest material ever. This one's almost white. It's not even, oh, it is pretty crystal. So it's a mix of crystal and some dark material in there. I mean, if I can get that colour bar sitting right on that surface and carve down to it a little bit, that's gonna be a hell of a stone. So I think in terms of value for money, you can easily cut back. I mean, look at that. You can easily cut back what you've paid for a parcel from Jarrad by the looks of things. He has put in quite a number of pieces. I mean, this one's going to be fun. Imagine what happens when I get both of those bars sitting nicely. That sand better stay out of my way. That's going to be flashy. Some amazing pieces. So yeah, by all means, go check him out. I'll have links and everything in the description as per usual. And you guys want a lot more Lightning Ridge kind of material? I know Black Opal Direct's channel is the go-to for Lightning Ridge material and Black Opal, so I don't want to really try too hard going after that. This one's got a bit of issues about it. Could make a nice doublet. Yeah, so anyway, I don't want to encroach on Black Opal Direct because they do a great job. Justin's an expert cutter. He's far more experienced than I am, especially with Lightning Ridge. So I will stick mainly to Boulder and Coober Pedy. But you guys want some Lightning Ridge, so I'm making videos for you, and I will do some Lightning Ridge, as you can see here. So these will come up on the channel. I might do some viewer votes. Actually, I might do a viewer vote now. So I'll get a couple pieces out, and You guys can decide what we go for. Alright, it's been a while since we've done one of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see if the viewer vote curse is still with us, where the winner is always Sandshot, Cracked, or just an absolute nightmare. So, here's number 1. Double bar, probably a 2-parter video depending on how well it turns out. Clear bar up here. It might merge down there actually onto that second bar, but probably not. Looks like the second bar goes up to here and hides behind the sand. You never know, you like. Could get 2 incredible faces. They're both fairly similar. Bit of blue, bit of green. On some... it's not black by any means, but some grey. Some fairly grey base. Not overly dark. Number 2. Flash coming through the skin just there. Just a clump of sand on the back, and it's very much a crystal piece. Could be a stone on its own, could be really high quality doublet material. You can see that's quite clear. That's number 2. Number 3. Number 3 is another interesting one. Clear bar up here, green. And then there's this little bit of see-through-ish area here. It might have something hidden in it, but we can't really see. And then right there you get a hint of something else. Second bar goes around here. It's a bit shy on the camera, mainly because it is that multicolour but mainly red, and red doesn't appear all that well, but it runs along the bottom here. There's also this little flash on the bottom. It's like 3 bars. So that one will require a lot of thinking. If you guys vote for that, that's going to be difficult for me, but who knows, it could be interesting. And then number 4. Number 4 is a real interesting one. We'll just keep it wet so you can see the bars. That was the one that we had a look here on the green. I had a little bit more of a look when I selected it, and you can see it's quite clearly coming through along here. So there's that lighter potch up here that we'll get rid of. Nice bar. It's a bit multicolour over here, so that's interesting. Goes all the way across. We kind of lose it a little bit here, but it has flashes. When you line that up though, that could actually be another bar just below. So it might be on an angle, it might be a second bar, who knows, we'll have to scrub around the outside. It'll be a good learning piece, this. But it's clearly got at least 1 bar, and we will hunt that colour to the ends of the world. So, thems are your choices. Quick recap. 1, the double bar, pretty dark material. 2, crystal, bit of sand on the back, possible doublet. 3, this one, possible 3 bars, very difficult. And 4, 1, maybe 2 bars, fairly large chunk. That's a much bigger boy compared to the others. So I think I'll leave it there. Have your vote, have your say. We'll see if the viewer curse is following us still. I'm hoping we've shrugged it off and we're in the clear, and the first one you pick will be an absolute winner. I think if I were to try to sway the vote at all, I'd be interested most in this double-sided double bar. This could be a magnificent piece, that. I mean, they've all got potential, but that one's probably my favourite, if I were to try to bias the vote. But it's up to you guys, so pick what you want to see, and it'll be up on the channel probably a week after the vote ends. Maybe even sooner. So have fun, and I will, in the meantime, continue carving this little piece that we were working on the other day. Needs a bit more work, so I'll get straight on it now. See you then.